Welcome back to the Fileverse Hangout, and today we're reviewing the ATDP set from 2015. First up is Agent Callus, and he is the big sell on this set. He has a helmet here, reminiscent to me of Inquisitor's helmet. Down here we have his torso there with his ranking, and he just has basic black legs. The back here is a nice torso print, and if you remove the helmet, you can see he has a second face. So overall, a pretty good figure. And you can also see his bow rifle here. So, like I said, a pretty good figure overall. Just wish there was leg printing. Next is the ATDP driver, and you actually get two of these in this set, and the cockpit can fit both of them, so that's where the second one is. He has this nice helmet with the printed on details here. I believe this is the ATST driver helmet, and he has a nice head print there. So it's two separate pieces. It's just all white on the back. You can see a nice torso print there too, and a good torso print on the front with actual leg printing, which looks really good. And overall, this figure is a really good figure. I think it represents what's in the show well, and it's also another big sell in the set. And the least, interesting is the Rebel Stormtrooper. You can find these in loads of other Rebel-themed sets. So, you have the Rebel-style helmet, torso and back printing with the Rebel-style leg printing down there as well. And if you take the helmet off, you get the like everybody face, where it's just this one expression under all the troopers' helmets. And yeah, so, probably the least exciting figure in the set, but everything else I'd say is really good figures, especially for 2015. So we'll start in the head area up here. You have a nice loose range of motion here, and it is really loose. Like, you can pull the head off, but it has a reason, and it's because if you push it far enough back, the spring-loaded shooters will fire. And I mean, that's a nice, I think it's a nice integration of the play feature, because back then LEGO was putting spring-loaded shooters on everything, and it doesn't take away from the look at all, and it's a nice little play feature that kids could enjoy and still enjoy today. It has some nice detailing here, nice printed. These were not stickers, so that is really nice. And overall, this set has a lot of color. I mean, and by color I mean yellow, but it's really unusual for a Star Wars ship machine to look like this, to have this much color on it, but still it's a nice breath of fresh air. So up here you can open a hatch that does lead into the head, but to access it for minifig usage, you open up here, and you can see I have one of the drivers in here, and you can fit both of them in there, and no studs in there, so the legs of the minifigures won't get stuck. I didn't push him down all the way, so that's why he's fallen over, but he will still fit. And before I close it, you'll probably be able to see this nice little detailing here of the viewport. So overall, the head area itself is really good, and we'll transition downwards. Before we transition to the leg section, I just want to take a quick detour here at the gun. And the forward gun, it has a nice range of motion, a nice ball joint here. It's pretty long too, and again, it's accurate to the show. And I mean, it looks great, and I don't have anything else to say, so we'll just move to the legs. So these legs are really reminiscent of the ATST. So it's just the same technique makeup here, just with a few splashes of yellow and some sticker pieces here. But I mean, I thought this would be really wobbly and unstable, because the legs are just so in such a weird shape compared to some of the other AT vehicles. But the legs are really stable, and the feet are huge. So compared to Callus, they're just huge. So they just they keep the set balanced, so you can kind of wobble it around and it won't fall over, which is great for play, obviously. It has some nice detailing up here. A lot of these pieces can be removed rather easily. The one problem is always this side of the legs. Every AT set except for the UCS AT-AT, you can see all the Technic pins, and you can even see some of them on the upper areas of the leg where some pieces are like, they're not covering them up. So that is a little bit of a downside, but overall, the legs look and act as legs incredibly. The set is really great. Sealed in box now. It is quite expensive on Amazon. You can find it for $215. I happened to pick this one up for 40 and had to buy the callus on my own. But it went, the building process was pretty fairly smooth. There was a few missing pieces that I contacted the seller of, and he got them to me, which was incredibly nice. But back to the set, like I said, incredible, especially for 2015. This set is great. I love the set from the Rebels line was so underrated when it came out, and this was one of those sets that I just feel like was looked and scoffed at because it was from Rebels, but now, like I said, you can find it for $215. So it really shows the love that Rebels gets now, and the love that this set gets and deserves. It's just like I can't say anything else. It's really good. And yeah, that's all I have to say. It's been the 501st Hangout. Later, nerds.